Good morning/evening, everyone. Before I say a single word about theology, before I quote a single verse, I want you to imagine something with me. Imagine a man walking into a village where everyone has given up on him. A man who touches lepers when no one else will. A man who looks at a woman the whole town has condemned, and instead of picking up a stone, he picks up her broken heart. A man who dies a criminal's death, and 3 days later walks out of a grave. That man is Jesus Christ. And tonight, I'm not here to give you a history lesson. I'm here to tell you. His story is not finished. It is still being written in 2,000 years ago, in a small, forgotten town called Bethlehem. Something happened that split human history into two, before him and after him. Not born in a palace. Not born with wealth, power, or status. Born in a manger. A feeding trough for animals because there was no room for him in the inn. Isn't that just like life? The world often has no room for the very thing that could save it. But that manger did not stop the mission. That poverty did not diminish the power. Because Jesus didn't come to impress the world with riches. He came to redeem the world with love. He grew up. He worked. He walked among fishermen, tax collectors, sinners, outcasts. And when he began his ministry, he didn't chase the rich and powerful. He went looking for the broken, the sick, the forgotten, the ones nobody else wanted. That should tell you something. If you feel forgotten tonight, Jesus specializes in people like you. If you feel broken, Jesus specializes in people like you. If you feel like you don't belong anywhere, Jesus specializes in people. Let me tell you what makes Jesus different from every other figure in human history. Kings conquer people. Jesus washed people's feet. Rulers demand sacrifice. Jesus became the sacrifice. Leaders want to be served. Jesus said he came not to be served, but to serve. He healed the blind, not for applause, but because he saw their pain. He raised the dead, not to prove a point, but because he loved a grieving family. He forgave the woman caught in adultery, not because sin doesn't matter, but because grace matters more. Friends, this is the love the world has never seen before or since. A love that doesn't wait for you to clean yourself up before it embraces you. A love that meets you in your mess and says, I still choose. Now let's talk about the moment that changed everything. They arrested an innocent man. They beat him until he was unrecognizable. They mocked him, spat on him, pressed thorns into his skull. They nailed his hands, the same hands that healed the sick, to a wooden cross. And as he hung there, dying, bleeding, gasping for breath, he didn't call down fire from heaven. He didn't curse the men who put him there. He looked at the crowd who crucified him and asked his Father to forgive them, because they didn't understand what they were doing. Do you understand what kind of love that is? That's not weakness. That is the strongest kind of love that has ever existed. A love strong enough to forgive its own murderers. He didn't die because he had no choice. He died because he chose you. Over his own comfort, his own safety, his own life. The cross was not the end of his story. It was the price of yours. They placed him in a tomb. They rolled a massive stone in front of it. They set guards to make sure nothing happened. But on the third day, the stone was rolled away, not to let Jesus out, but to let the world in and see, he is not here. He is risen. Death could not hold him. The grave could not contain him. Sin and shame could not silence him. And here is the message that echoes through history into this very room tonight. If Jesus could walk out of a sealed tomb, then there is nothing in your life too dead, too broken, too far gone for him to bring back to life. Your marriage, He can resurrect it. Your dream, He can resurrect it. Your faith, He can resurrect it. Your hope, He can resurrect it. Because the same power that rolled the stone away is available to you right now, in this moment. Some of you came in here tonight carrying weight, guilt from your past, fear about your future, pain nobody else knows about. I want you to hear this clearly. Jesus is not asking you to fix yourself before you come to Him. He is not asking you to be perfect. He is not asking you to earn His love. He is simply asking you to come as you are and let Him do what only He can do. The same Jesus who touched lepers wants to touch your wounds. The same Jesus who calmed the storm wants to calm the storm inside you. The same Jesus who forgave a dying thief on a cross next to Him wants to forgive you. This is not religion. This is relationship. This is not about rules. This is about a Redeemer. This is not about being good enough. This is about being loved enough. 2,000 years later, His name is still spoken in every corner of the earth. Empires have risen and fallen. Kingdoms have crumbled. But His name, Jesus, still stands, not because of a building, not because of an organization, but because His love actually changes lives. His grace actually reaches the unreachable. His power actually raises the dead, literally and spiritually. So tonight, I'm not asking you to be religious. I'm asking you to be honest. Are you tired of carrying the weight alone? Are you tired of trying to fix everything by yourself? Are you ready to let a love greater than your mistakes hold you? Because Jesus is not far from you tonight. He's not waiting for you to get your life together. He's standing at the door of your heart right now, inviting you the same way. He invited the world 2,000 years ago, offering rest to everyone who is weary and burdened. That invitation is still open. That grace is still available. That love is still reaching for you. Will you reach back? Thank you. God bless you. .lo like you. .er life.